Hello, and welcome to another update. Yeah, in this video, I want to take a look at the Ethereum chart. We're currently here on the daily time frame. Ethereum is clearly in a correction. The model that we're using here to analyze the chart, which is Elliott wave, allows us to understand that this is likely a corrective pullback in an uptrend. Ethereum is likely not done yet with its correction. We might see a little bit more sideways consolidation, maybe even a little bit more downside. I want to talk to you about what these levels are, these support levels, and what we are dealing with at the moment is an uptrend, a bullish market. But in a bullish market, we also can get pullbacks, corrections, sideways consolidation patterns, and this is one of them. So we're currently just dealing with a correction, basically a cool down, cool off in an uptrend. And that's my view. Okay, now Elliott wave tells us that at some point this thesis will change and a larger correction is unfolding, and that would be the case with a break, a decisive break below $3,370. Yeah, sure. I mean, there will be other scenarios that we can then unpack, but a decisive break below that level would indicate that the upside impulse structure will likely break. But there is a lot of room. I mean, even from here, our chart, our roadmap gives it room all the way down, 21%. It can easily drop without breaking anything. There is also this trend line here we can watch. Certainly could offer some additional support for Ethereum, but again, we don't need that deep pullback, right? We don't need a deep pullback like that. We could also just grind sideways for a bit. Bottom line is, for now, the chart will likely correct a little bit more. Doesn't necessarily have to be to the downside. Corrections can happen sideways. They can also happen, via price or via time. At the moment, the market seems to be rather moving sideways, but if we start to see selling pressure come in, the price might test 4,050, and below that level, the 3,665 and $3,374 levels will come into focus. There are also some moving averages that are currently creeping up, which could provide potentially some support. Especially here, the 200-day EMA might be an interesting one, because obviously it's coming up, right? It's coming up, and it's nearly like, there is of course it's a very slow moving EMA, but it has been tested in Septembers before. For example, here 2021. There are other occasions, and it's not like this level always perfectly serves as a support level, right? But it's more about understanding the 200-day moving average is super important. It's like a trend filter, and when it's cut frequently, like it has been in 2024, then it's, we're dealing we're often with a correction sideways structure, right? It's more about understanding that as long as we are above these moving averages, the EMA and the SMA, for example, 200-day is an absolute important one. The trend is up. So, for example, we broke above it in October 23 after the market found support in this region around September 23. Then in an uptrend, and then this obviously took Ethereum not to new highs, but it was a substantial uptrend after breaking above. We obviously broke above it here in July 25. We're pushing higher, and all I'm saying is, well, there might be, if this takes some more time, obviously with the price hovering up there, the moving averages are moving up as well, and they could potentially provide some support. They are not exact, right? They are pretty high levels, so they might be broken briefly, but if we spend some time up here, the moving averages will start to move up, and they've moved up quite a bit in August already, so, they might meet the price, the EMA and the SMA in this support area potentially in September. We will see, okay? But what I'm saying is, this is an important trend filter as well. A decisive break below the 200-day moving averages here would not be great, but certainly something to watch. They have certainly been useful in Ethereum's past. Let's take a look at the shorter time frame for ETH. Here on the 30-minute, 1-hour charts, I mean, not much is changing here. Here you can see clearly that this correction is still unfolding. I think that is very, very important to understand. Correction is still unfolding. It's a consolidation rather. and we're currently moving in this larger range. I showed you that 4,050 level, 4,100 previous support. We're moving between these lines, and then also the upside breakout point around $4,900, $4,950. But within this range, then we have an even narrower range, you could say. The next micro resistance level is around $4,500. We're currently moving below. That keeps the pressure down. Breaking above could keep the pressure up, but yeah, not very eventful at the moment. Today I expect a quiet day. Maybe today we get some movement, given that we're getting closer to the weekly candle. But for now, I don't expect too much price action here over the weekend. So parameters should be clear. The next support levels, by the way, 4,211, yeah, and then 4,100 and $4,050. That's the update on Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.